8 children left behind. 8. We are missing and ignoring the signs. Either we're missing the signs or we're ignoring them. This power couple went from this to that. All right, everybody, this is Wisdom Works Truth, and I'm Wisdom Works. Welcome to the channel. If you are new, I'm back with a new video. Yeah. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers for giving my videos a thumbs up, commenting, turning on your notification bell so that you don't miss my videos or when I go live, and commenting. I think I said commenting, but I just want to say thank you so much. And for those who are new or those that are returning and you have not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, the same here. Feel free to comment, leave a comment. Also, turn on your notification bell so that you will be notified when I upload a new video or any kind of new content. I upload a video, I try to anyway, every Sunday evening. And I will be going live next month. And I will either be doing lives on Thursdays or Fridays. So please, please don't miss my uploads or me going live. So turn on that notification bell. To my subscribers, I also want to say thank you for being so patient with me as I find my direction on YouTube and what it is that I really wanted to do. So I just want to say thank you so much for being so patient with me. I look at a lot of YouTubers and I see that they have not been granted the patience that I have been given by my subscribers. So I just want to say thank you so much. I read about this story. I want to talk about this story because I read about this story sometime back in November. And I kind of took some notes a little bit here. I read about it back in November. And when I read about it, it really troubled me. I knew that I wanted to talk about it a little bit, but I wanted to talk about it from a different point of view. As a mother, as a sister, it really, and I think just as a human being, it really extremely made me sad. I mean, it was so hurtful to hear about this story. You really never know what a person is going through. You never know what they're going through. You never know what they're experiencing and what they're battling. This video is about Rynell and Kiana Burns. Now, per social media, they appeared to be a power couple. Kiana was 44 and her husband, Ronnell, he was 46. They had a very successful salon business. Per social media, they had it all. They had wealth, beauty, and influence. This is how their official journey started. Take a look at this. Now, per an article that I read, the couple moved from St. Louis to Atlanta about somewhere in the month of May of 2021. They moved to Atlanta to expand their empire. They also wanted to grow their clientele base for Prime America Insurance. So they were involved with Prime America. You know, we hear about that a lot. You know, if you're on Facebook or you're on any type of social media, you probably have run into someone that is in that type of business or that business. I hear that it's a good business to be in. I don't really know much about it, but this is what they were a part of. Now, from their social media accounts, because I took a look at both of those accounts, it showed that, for the most part, it showed that everything in their life was rosy. They painted a rosy picture that everything was good, everything was perfect for them and their family, their business and their family. Even if you go to their accounts now, you'll see pictures and videos about their success, which I think is a good thing. I think it's great when you're blessed with family success. I think that that's awesome. So you'll get a chance to see that they were really truly blessed in different ways, in many ways. I included some pictures so you can see some pictures. I grabbed some, maybe more than enough, but I grabbed some so that you can see that they really, really, it seemed as though that they were enjoying life and the success that they had been given. Now, however, things were not all that great between the both of them. You can have money and the finer things of life, and you can still be unhappy. Money is not everything. Although, now, I wouldn't mind having some more of it added to my bank account. So I am definitely not hating on anyone who has been blessed in that way. I'm just waiting on mine. I want you to take a look at Rynell's video about 7 months prior to November the 6th. He was talking and sharing one of his testimonies on Facebook about how him and Kiana agreed to get a divorce. So take a look at this.
Good morning, Bookers. Coming live from you all, straight from the Broadmoor. We just got to having breakfast with a young lady. She told me to give her a shout out, Erica Billups. And she actually inspired me to get on here and talk about the story I'm about to share with you guys. And the story I'm about to share with you guys was the story from about, I don't know, let's say, I guess about 7 months ago, something like that. 6, 7 months ago, when my wife and myself, we decided we was going to get a divorce, that we ain't want to be with each other no more. We was just done with each other. And so I just thought back as I was talking to Erica. She was saying that she was going through a divorce. She works in a business, the same business that we work in. And she was saying she was going through a divorce and things are tough, and she had to go get a part-time job, and all these reasons as to why she had to go get a part-time job. A lot of us centered around her going through a divorce, and it took me back to 6 months ago when Kiana and I decided that we didn't want to be with each other no more, and some of the things that transpired. And so I remember like it was yesterday. We were sitting in front of our beauty salon, Critique Designs. We got a party Saturday, y'all. Saturday from 9 to 1, free everything. Y'all need to stop by. Saturday from 9 to 1, 10849 West Florissant. Come and see your boy Ronnell and Kiana. So anyway, we sitting out in front of the salon, and we talking about, we just didn't want to do this no more. She was tired of me. I was tired of her. We was going to go on about our business. And as we sat in the truck and we said, hey, you know what? If we're going to get a divorce, let's be civil. We got kids. We got businesses. We said, well, let's just sit down and just talk about how this all going to work out. Meaning from a business aspect. We didn't talk about why we should stay together. We love each other. None of that conversation was being had. We was done with each other. And so all we talked about, we said, okay, well, listen. We done with each other. We both came to that conclusion, but let's not impact everybody like this around us because we just decided we don't want to be together no more. Let's not do that. So I said, let's have a conversation. And we took out a piece of paper, we drew a line down the middle of it, and we talked about how the business was going to go, how we was going to divide the business. And she go her way and I go my way, but we didn't want to compromise and jeopardize everybody else's future because we was tripping. Let's not destroy our businesses. Let's not tear each other's name down. Let's not do none of that, because there's kids, there's family members, there's moms and everything that we plan on retiring one day, and just because we decided we don't like each other no more, we're going to forfeit all that. We're going to mess up that for everybody. No, we got to figure out a way how we can work together, be divorced, go our separate ways. Know at some point we're going to get remarried to somebody else, but keep sustaining what we promised the people that's dependent on us. And keep that thing going. And when we got through having that conversation, we wrote everything down, and we had it mapped out to a T how we was going to continue those businesses on an individual basis, but still reach that common goal and forget about everything else. And see, by the time the night had reached us, God had changed our heart. And I start thinking back to Jesus when he was on the cross. And Jesus was on the cross, and the same very people that he was dying for, he pierced them in the side, and he wanted to quit and he wanted to give up. He didn't want to go further. He looked up to heaven. He told his father, he said, listen, if there's any other way, he said, if there's any other way, God, remove this cup from my head. In other words, let somebody else do this. It got to be a better way than me getting on this cross and dying for everybody. Said it got to be a different way that we can save the earth. He said, but nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. Nevertheless, not my will. In other words, so he went through trials, he went through hardship, and it didn't even feel good to Jesus going through the persecution and the tribulations. But he was focused on why he was put here on earth in the first place. And I think that's one of the biggest keys to our success, is that in spite of what we go through, see, people think our life just been rosy, and it ain't rosy now. We got a better marriage than we ever had, but our life ain't rosy. We got crap that's happening. If I get on here and tell you about all the crap that's going on in our life, you'll say, I feel sorry for them. But we don't want nobody to feel sorry for us, because we focus and we know why God put us on this earth, and it's to make an impact on people's life. It's to inspire people to go be great, but we got crap too. But when we go through our crap, we ain't giving up, quitting, letting go of what he put us on earth for, and it's to make a change for people, to give people inspiration that whatever in life they want to fight to go have and go do, they can go do it. So even when all that was going through, we said to each other, listen, with the plan and the will of God for us to prosper, and to go take a lot of people along that journey with us, and to go teach them how to go do the same thing. And so even if we want to get off track and not do that together, the purpose of our life was to inspire and to be change agents for people in their life, and teach them the art and science of business, and inspire them that greatness is upon their life. So even when we was going through our crap, we was just like Jesus, and we said we was focused that we was going to complete his mission and complete his will. And God has the heart of the king in his hand, and he can turn it any way he want to turn it. We were done with each other. We was at the top of our lungs screaming, finished. But by the end of that day, it was nevertheless. And we wasn't playing, we wasn't threatening, talking. We were done. At the end of that day, we said, nevertheless, not our will, but let your will be done in our life. And when we came to that conclusion, things changed. Things just started to happen. And I started to realize that every promise of God is conditional. See, he said, if my people. See, you heard the word if before all of the promises of God. Said, if you are willing and obedient, you'll eat the good of the land. He said, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves. See, a lot of us full with pride. We full with pride. We want to do whatever we want to do whenever we want to do it, because we grown. He said, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, he said, then I will hear from heaven. Then I will forgive their sin. Then I will heal their land. Some of y'all land need to be healed right now, but you ain't turned. You ain't turned. You ain't turned away and walked in the purpose that he had for your life. You still trying to do things your way, and you still wonder why crap ain't going right for you. Because it ain't nevertheless. You ain't got to the point in your life where you say, nevertheless, not my will, but let yours be done. We have to get to that point. And we have to get past the naysayers. We have to get past the haters. We have to get past the strike. Listen, Jesus had haters. Haters make you greater. Without haters in your life, without distractions in your life, without tribulations in your life, you ain't going to go as far as you need to go. Listen, Pharaoh was appointed to Jesus' life. Pharaoh and his army sought to kill Jesus, but it pushed him towards his purpose. He came to die. But see, dying don't always feel good. And some of us got to die. We got to die to our bad habits. We got to die to some of those friendships and relationships. You got to die to it. And Jesus, at some point, didn't want to die. He, the Lord and Savior of the world. He said, but he got feelings. He said, not a man that can't be touched with the feelings of our infirmity, because he'd been through it. Pharaoh chased Jesus down all of his life to kill him. Pharaoh was his hater. Pharaoh was one to kill him while he was in a manger as a baby because he knew the purpose that was designed for Jesus' life. You got pharaohs in your life. You got people coming against you. You got people persecuting you. You got family members that don't even believe in you no more. You got your friends that's talking about you crazy, you stupid from doing this or doing that. Pharaoh is necessary in your life. He pushed you to your purpose. How else would Jesus got on the cross but for Pharaoh? And when he got on the cross, the same ones that was pressing him in the side, the same ones that was talking about his behind his back, the same ones that's backbiting and say, you crazy, those are the ones he died for. My question to you, Facebook, who you dying for? Because see, who you dying for should be the ones you living for. You pay the price, you go through it, you stick it out. Everybody got to die. If you don't die, you can't live, baby. If you don't die, you can't live. You got to come to the point of death in yourself. And you got to be willing to put it all on the line to fulfill what he put you on earth to do. And he ain't never told us it was going to be easy. He ain't never promised us it was going to be easy. He said many are the afflictions. He said many are the afflictions of the righteous, but God shall deliver us from all of them. See, you got to remind yourself of what he promised. And you got to talk to yourself about what he promised you while you're walking through the storm. You think we're going to tiptoe through the tulips? No, baby, this fairy tale land behind us. It's a price that got to be paid. It's some sacrifices that's going to have to go. It's some people's feelings that's going to be hurt. It's going to be some relationships severed. And it's going to be some painful and some sleepless and some crying nights, baby. But you better get to the point where you're saying, nevertheless, 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 not my will, but let your will be done in my life. So I've been through the fire, right? I've been through the flood. He said, I've been broken into pieces, seen lightning flash from above. He said, but through it all, I remembered that God loved me and he cared, and he'll never put more on me than I can bear.
I don't know if you could really feel it, but in watching that video of him just now, I could really feel him, and I understood exactly what he was saying. I really did. I could feel it. It was touching, so I can understand why he was a motivational speaker, because I could really feel it. And I could also see that he really loved God in that video. What touched me the most about his video is how that even though he was going through some things in his personal life, he was still trying to figure out a way how he could help others. He knew that many of his employees, they depended upon him and Kiana, and he didn't want to disappoint them, let them down, and put them in a certain situation. So his mind wasn't focused on just him and what he was going through, but it appeared that he was focused on others that depended upon the both of them. I could see that he wanted to be obedient to God, and he wanted to be okay with God's plan for his life. Now, I didn't know them personally, but you could see in their last videos, they were being very transparent, and that there was trouble in their relationship and in their life. Now, a week before November the 6th, Kiana had went on her social media account, her page, and she went on there to vent. And I watched that video, and she made it really clear that she was having a difficult time. She asked everyone on her Facebook Live if they would pray for her. There was no pride involved. She knew that she needed help, and she was reaching out, and she was asking everyone, please pray for me. I just need you to pray for me. Take a look at this video.
I just felt the need to hop on here for just a moment, not long at all, and kind of just talk about, life changes. For those that don't know, about 5-6 months ago, my husband and myself, we moved to Atlanta to expand our business. Still have the beauty and barber salon in St. Louis, Missouri. Y'all know that's the hometown, but we did come here to expand. We did a lot of great things, in Missouri. So, you know, Atlanta is a place where I always wanted to be. What's up, y'all? What's up, Amanda? But look, y'all, I'm telling you, if you don't stay prayed up and you don't keep faith, things can swivel in and take you out. I'm telling you, you guys, like, the transition, it wasn't necessarily a smooth one. It wasn't a hard one either, but it was something that we chose to do. And when you come to a new state or city and you're trying to learn people and you're trying to learn, you know, the things that they do, and that could be challenging. And coming here with our kids, just us and our kids, you know, it's just us. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no, we can't drop the kids off at our kinfolk's house. We can't go, you know. So right now my husband is, you know, at a retreat. I stayed back due to, because we have our children here. However, you all, I just want to talk on her because you have to be prepared for life changes, no matter what it is that's taking place. And I'm trying to encourage someone, because things in your life can change for the good or the bad overnight, literally. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't feel like you're a strong enough individual, some things may take you out. You know what I'm saying? I've come in contact with so many people where they feel like they can't make it to the next day because certain circumstances happen. But you have to know the things that you're going through is for a reason. Now, you may not even be going through something for you yourself. It may be for somebody else and someone else's strength. You know, so I made a post earlier where I said you have to continue to encourage people, because what you're going through could be their lifeline to survive. You know what I'm saying? And I know for me, sometimes when I get on social media, yeah, we all know it's like we get on there and we be like, social media, I just can't stand it. It get on my nerves. People this, that. But I'm telling you, it's some strong sisters and brothers on social media that keep me going some days. Like, real talk. I have some very positive people that's on my timeline, and they help me through my gloomy days, because yes, I do have them. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, if I'm being totally, perfectly honest, I'm having one right now. And the reason I'm going live is because sometimes you got to reach out and tell people that you need love, you need support, you need care, you just need a hug. And honestly, you guys, I need that. I need that right now. I mentor so many women. I encourage so many women. I pump life and positivity in so many women. But sometimes I need that myself. And God knows right now, I need that, you all. Hey, everybody. What's up, Roy? What's up, y'all? I'm just saying, like, you got to get to the point where you got that love circle that's going to support you no matter what, that's going to be there for you no matter what, that's going to be able to help you and talk you through things that you feel like you just can't get through. Because if we leave things to ourselves, we start thinking to ourselves and we start making bad decisions. But you got to have somebody. I always say, if I'm not around people that can help me stretch, I'm not around the right type of people. You got to have people that's around you that's not yes men, people that's going to help you think, people that's going to help guide you to positivity, to greatness, to things you really need to do and be in life. And that's what I want around me. It's a lot of people that I used to hang with, and I love them to death and love their souls, but they're not where I want to be. They're not. It's places I want to be in life. It's things I want to do. And I've just decided for myself that I'm going to figure out a way to get around those people. Because every day Kiana want to keep growing. And you should too. You guys, I'm asking you one thing. Because I really need it right now. I need prayer. I need prayer. I need strength. I need love. I do. Stay encouraged. I'm going to go in my home, go in my little prayer room.
Sad, isn't it? Her exact words were, I'm asking you one thing because I really need it right now. I need prayer. Those were her exact words. This was 1 week, just 1 week before Kiana killed her husband, before she killed Rynell and took her very own life. When I thought about this, I couldn't help but think that somebody would still, some mother would still have her son, some father would still have his son, someone would have their father, their uncle, their cousin, their brother. If when the signs appeared, Kiana would have gotten help. Or someone would have reached out and followed up with her to make sure that she had gotten help, the help that she needed. She would still be here. Kiana would still be here. Because from what I can tell, Kiana was reaching out for help. What more must a person do? Sometimes we're in a place and we can't help ourselves. So we reach out to others hoping that the love that they have for us is enough for them to reach out and to help us and to pull us through and to pull us out. If you really watched her video and you listened, she talked about how she poured into so many people and that she needed pouring into. And I thought about that even as a pastor. You know, you pour into people and, you know, your cup runs low. And if you don't have anybody there to fill your cup, then you run dry. You run empty. And it seems as though this is what she was trying to get across to her followers on social media, her loved ones, her family, co-workers, friends, that I'm low. I need help. I don't know what else I can say. Kiana and Rynell, they had a combined family from what I read. They had 8 children. I don't know how many belonged to who, how many was prior to their marriage, their union together, if they had some together. But I do know that they accepted one another and that they had 8 children that were involved and that it was a combined family. Their 8 children were away from home that very night. They were away from home. According to the reports, around 9 p.m. Saturday, November the 6th, the teenage daughter reported a domestic violence incident to the police from a location other than the home. So she wasn't home. I don't know. I don't have the details on if maybe her mother had called or her father had called her, how she knew that there was something going on. But what we do know, per the police reports, is that one of the teenage daughters, or the teenage daughter, contacted the police department and that she notified them that something was wrong, something was going on. The police were dispatched to the couple's home located in Sandy Springs, Georgia. Now that's about an hour outside of Atlanta. Reportedly, upon arrival of the police, the neighbors indicated that they had heard gunshots coming from within the home. Upon entry, the police found the couple deceased. Kiana had shot and killed her husband, and then she turned the gun on herself. This is Kiana dancing with one of her daughters just a few hours before the incident.
A go baby, a go baby, a go baby, a go baby. That's my baby, that's my baby, that's my baby, that's my baby. A go right, a go right.
I tell you, this video was hard for me to watch because it was just a couple hours before the incident, and we don't know what was going through her mind, if anything was going through her mind at that time. She could have just been really happy. She appeared to be happy, but we also know that just because a person appears to be happy, it doesn't mean that they're happy. One of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video is I wanted to make us aware and more conscious of when a loved one, a family member, a coworker, a friend, when anyone come to us and ask us for prayer, we really should take it seriously. I'm not saying that they didn't take it seriously. The people that were in Kiana's life didn't take it seriously. I don't know, but I'm just speaking from my point of view, as far as sometimes we take things lightly. We don't think it's that serious. Maybe that person just doesn't appear to be in a state of depression, or they're that person that's always holding everybody else up or motivating everyone else. And so we really don't take it seriously. We don't mean any harm. We don't mean any harm at all. And if we knew that they were in that place or felt that they were in that place and it was that serious, we would pray or we would take more action. I just want to bring awareness to the world and to many that watch this video that when someone is crying out for prayer and they're asking us to help them and to pray for them, a lot of times what I will do, and you don't have to do what I do, and I'm not asking you to, but this helps me. When someone asks me to pray for them, I pray right then and there, right? I stop right there and I pray for them. If I'm on a phone call, I'll hang up and immediately I'll pray. If they don't want to pray while we're on a call together, I'll pray right then and there, because sometimes I will forget. I'm human. We're all human. And if you're asking me to pray for you, I want to make sure that I do that, because life happens for all of us and things come up, and sometimes we can't keep our word because we end up getting busy, our day gets consumed. So what I try to do is pray right then and there. And another thing, even though she was requesting prayer, I think we need to recognize when prayer is needed, but also there are times when professional help outside of the church or the ministry is needed. We know that God can do all things, but God also gave us resources to help us along the way. And when we realize a little more help is needed, sometimes we have to check up on them, follow up with them to make sure that they're reaching out for help. Help them reach out for help. Do whatever we need to do to make sure that we are helping them to get the help that they need. It's unclear what caused the conflict between Kiana and Rynell that day. And it really doesn't matter at this point. Things in life can change for the good or the bad overnight. Those were her words. Now, the police are investigating to find out how things went downhill for the power couple. It really doesn't matter at this point what happened. And in my personal opinion, I believe that the police could be more helpful in other areas at this point. We should be more concerned about maybe holding their children up and their family members up, that God will give them strength and encourage them and give them peace as they begin a new journey without their loved one. I do want to say this because many ask, were there any domestic violence calls on them prior to this? There wasn't. The police revealed that there was no prior record of domestic violence in either of their names. At this point, I don't have any information concerning their children's current status, but my prayers continue for the children and their loved ones. We need to pay attention to help and trouble signs and recognize when more than prayer is needed. I want to leave you with something a close friend of the couple shared on their post on social media. To know this couple, Kiana Burns and Ronnell Burns, you had no choice but to love them. They were selfless, loving, and caring. A lot of people say money makes you act different, but not them. They are so down to earth and very humble. They lit up a room when they walked in, motivational to others, and only wanted to change the world. From watching their videos, you could tell that they wanted to make a difference. And they left an impact on those who loved them and the ones that were touched by their life. The outcome is just really sad. Before I end this video, I want to say this. Someone asked me, did you see him on divorce court? Yes. Yes, he had been married before. I don't even know quite why they asked me that, but he had been married before, just as many have been married before. They're on their second, maybe third, fourth marriage, and that's their life. I do recall that he was accusing his wife of cheating on him on that episode. And whether it was true or not, it really doesn't matter. Also, in that same episode, his ex-wife, she had alleged that he had ruined her credit. True or false, it doesn't really matter. But what does matter to me is that we all have a past. And it appeared to me that Rynell had turned his life around. And it is so unfortunate his life was taken from him. That's what matters. Family, let's make sure that we're checking on our loved ones, and blessings and positive vibes all the time. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up. Feel free to comment. I love and I enjoy reading them. I do respond. Also, turn on your notification bell. Do me a favor and share this video. Let's make others aware that more help is needed from us and that we could change or save someone's life.